Hey guys, I'm back sharing another DIY project in my room. So I decided to create something in my home office area. If you guys follow me on Instagram, then you know I did this wall arch a while ago, but I told y'all that it was not done. This was just part one. Now, if you want to just stop here after creating a wall arch, and there are many tutorials on how to do this arch, definitely check TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube for those, then you can definitely stop there. However, because the wall, as you guys can see, has some texture to it, that's just a part of apartment living. It's not a perfectly smooth wall. I wanted to kind of play up on that, and instead of trying to use a super smooth surface, create some visual interest that would distract from some of the natural imperfections that are in the plaster of the apartment walls. So I'm using these decals that I ordered from Etsy. Now, Etsy has a variety of prints, shapes, and patterns that you can use, and since the wall arch trend is pretty popular, I didn't want to just stop at doing the painted arch, but I really wanted to make it my own. And I created some of the negative space between the top and the bottom of the arch by just layering the frog tape there. I would definitely recommend being gentle in the removing of it, especially if you have apartment walls like me, and with using some of the actual paint color around the border of the tape as well, just to make sure you can get super crisp, precise lines. Now, moving on from the actual wall arch itself, let's get into these decals. Now, these decals give you full free reign to create whatever pattern or shape with the decals that you like. So for me, I wanted to alternate them and create almost as much variance as possible because I didn't want it to look too perfect or too matchy or too precise. I wanted it to have more of an organic feel whilst at the same time having somewhat of a pattern. So I decided to create as much variance as possible while having a pattern by sometimes going up and down with my application, sometimes going horizontal, vertical, layering with different shapes in the row, and sometimes even kind of just playing with how they would lay out. That was just my option, but again, you have full free reign on how you want to layer these. They were very easy to apply. If you have a squeegee, that's totally great, but if you don't, you can absolutely do this with your hands only, as I'm doing here. I literally was working on this project while listening to the Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight verses, so if you see me dancing at any point in the video, it's because that's what I have on in the background. But it was really easy to lay these out. I also have had them up for about 3 weeks now while I do the voiceover for this video, and I have had no issues, no peeling, no curling, no nothing. Now, what I love is that this creates a really nice element of design without being bulky or being a piece of furniture, and this is great for small spaces like my apartment bedroom. I really have my apartment bedroom set up like a studio apartment itself, and I try to just create nice, visually interesting areas like this, especially around my desk area, to just help with productivity and to make my room as nice as possible. I'm really out here trying to make it an oasis, y'all, because you never know if we'll have to be quarantined again. And even while we're not quarantined, I'm still spending a lot more time at home than I normally would. So I just really want it to be enjoyable and a place for productivity. So that's why I love being able to add little projects like this into my home decor. This is great again for dorm rooms, for offices, for bedrooms for kids. There's just so many designs. If you type in wall decals on Etsy, you will literally get so many options. So these are just the options that I decided to go with, and I really love how this project turned out, and I will say that it's definitely very affordable. Now, these decals themselves can be removed, so if you wanted to skip the paint step of this process, you absolutely can, and you could create a visually interesting wall design like this with the decals alone. But I wanted to go ahead and do some paint first to create an element of contrast, but that's totally optional yet again. This whole project cost about $30 in total, guys, and this is the finished look. Thanks for watching.